Okay, students, I would like to show you a sample argumentative essay. And the reason for this is because, again, some of you may not be here when I show this to you, but I have a really good example of an argumentative essay, and I've highlighted a lot of things, as you can see here. This argumentative essay was written by Maddie Rowley during the 2000, well, you can see the date here. It's called Striving for Perfection. I'd like to read through this with you and kind of talk a little bit about some of the important features that you should have in an argumentative essay. And I started to put comments over here. I was just going to use comments, but then the comments were discoloring the other things that I wanted in colors, and so I'm just going to have to talk a little bit about them as I go through it with you. You have a pretty good grabber sentence, which is a definition here. Beauty is the qualities a person or object possesses that brings pleasure to the mind and senses. And then the next few sentences, what we have are basically some philosophy or background information that helps to introduce the thesis. Throughout history, there have been many different beauty trends set for women around the world. For example, it was once frowned upon to have sun-kissed skin, have a skinny figure, and shower. Instead, society favored the pale porcelain skin, enormous curves, and a showering of perfume. Trends change along with the times, and the ideas trending now are completely blasphemous. In the world today, women are expected to be skinny but not too skinny, wear a lot of makeup but not too much, dress sexy but not skanky, etc., etc., etc. This reasoning may sound uneducated to some, but it's affecting women in ways that could become dangerous. It can be looked at as a reaction. Ingredients react with the help of a catalyst, and depending on how the catalyst reacts, a particular rate of reaction will occur. The standards of beauty set by society pose a great risk to women and cause them to take dangerous measures for social acceptance. And of course, here's where you have in yellow the thesis statement or overall claim. Now remember that the thesis statement is a singular overarching claim that dictates the path of your argument, and it states your position or a strong opinion on the issue, and that's exactly what this does. It states a strong opinion that standards of beauty as set by society pose a great risk to women and can cause them to do dangerous things just because they want to be socially accepted into society. Now this sentence right here is a topic sentence, and it's also the first body paragraph that supports the thesis statement or claim. Social media plays an enormous role when it comes to self-esteem. Again, so this is one of the things, one of the reasons that she makes this statement, that social media plays an important role here. And then in the light blue, what I have is expert opinion. This is part of the evidence or data that supports the topic sentence here, okay? Researchers have suggested that the decline in girls' confidence and self-esteem could be directly linked to their online activity. And then in green, what is here is the warrant or interpretation, analysis of how the data supports the thesis and subclaim. So here's her analysis. It is extremely difficult to log on to a computer and not be bombarded by the will of the people. Even though that will is shown as harmless letters on a computer screen, women welcome the criticism with open arms. Girls are obsessed with the idea that they need to look exactly like that particular celebrity on that specific magazine cover, when in reality that celebrity wouldn't be recognizable in real life. Another expert opinion: excessive photoshopping and retouching makes it virtually unimaginable for women to feel beautiful or good about the way they look when they're comparing themselves to these models who don't even really look like the same species as what we're comparing ourselves to. Again, the green commentary or analysis: the celebrities that taunt women through media do not exist in that perfect, flawless form that some may think. Nevertheless, women still feel immense pressure from these outside forces to alter their features in any way possible, even if it poses a threat to their health. Second body paragraph. What seems like a popular solution women turn to is plastic surgery. So again, another reason to support the idea that in the thesis statement, standards of beauty pose a risk and can be dangerous. Since 1997, the number of both surgical and non-surgical procedures performed annually has increased by a whopping 465%. Now, what I've put in red is facts or statistics. And really, to have a good research paper, you've always got to have some. Okay? Analysis: as the trends of beauty have changed, the demand for plastic surgery has dramatically increased. Women feel so uncomfortable in their skin that they would have that very skin sliced repeatedly in order to achieve the perfect nose, figure, or facial structure. Those who might not be able to afford surgery starve themselves or vomit after a meal to assure no weight gain. Another fact in red: in anorexia nervosa's cycle of self-starvation, the body is denied the essential nutrients it needs to function normally. Thus, the body is forced to slow down all of its processes to conserve energy, resulting in serious medical consequences. If women are feeling pressured to cause this much harm to themselves for the approval of others, society is more deformed than anyone could ever imagine. Again, hopefully you see the pattern here, and the pattern is that anytime you have a quote or a statistic, you want to analyze it. You've got to basically, again, you've got to analyze how the data supports the thesis. And that's what Maddie is attempting to do here. Next, third body paragraph. No matter the path of the reaction, the product often is ugly. The determination that a woman possesses can sometimes be more powerful than any amount of common sense ever could. Their yearning for acceptance is just that strong. So a fact: billions and billions of dollars are spent on plastic surgery, dieting, pills, makeup, and diet fads in order to achieve what society calls beautiful. Americans spent $12.5 billion on cosmetic procedures last year, according to the American Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgery. Since 1997, the number of both surgical and non-surgical procedures performed annually has increased by a whopping 465%. So some pretty good facts there. Okay, part of these facts you'll notice were paraphrased, and then you had a quote right here in a fact that in a quote. Okay. Analysis: all of that money is being wasted on unnecessary products that women believe will supposedly make them become beautiful. Now, in this gold part here, what I've got is a relevant anecdote. Okay. In Amy's story, Anorexia, Amy's road to recovery from anorexia indicates how her life turned upside down because she didn't feel the approval of those around her. It was hard to be at school and even harder to be at home. As a result, I began eating less. So a relevant anecdote that again supports the topic sentence about yearning for acceptance. um, and also the idea that society is is posing this great risk. Okay. Analysis. Taking these risks is very dangerous to the health of the person and to the health of those around them. Understand that the media is a scam. Don't be fooled into taking these ridiculous chances that eventually could mean the difference between life and death. Okay, so now we're going to get to the counter-argument claim. That's what's highlighted right here in a darker blue, and then some rationale here to support that. Some may argue that it is unwise and immature of women to allow themselves to listen to what the media has to say. So now you want to counter this argument, okay? This particular type of thinking is just wrong in itself, and those who believe this concept put themselves in a particularly vulnerable situation. By this thought process, women underestimate the power media can have and, in a sense, fall victim themselves. How? Giving the topic any attention at all shows emotion and opinion. What needs to be understood is that it is very important to a woman's physical and emotional health that she feel beautiful and comfortable in her own skin, and the media destroys that feeling constantly. So again, she's used some good rationale here to counter the argument claim here. Okay, the counter argument claim. Now she's got a good fact here. 82% of women said they believe social media can change prevailing standards of beauty. And then she uses some commentary here, but she also counters this. It doesn't matter if a person is considered smart or dumb. Social media fools everyone. To the remaining 12% of women who don't believe in the harm media can cause, please recognize that the media can have even subtle influence on people, especially if you constantly expose yourself to a strong diet of media perusal. Okay, conclusion. In the yellow, basically the yellow is a summary or a conclusion that supports your thesis statement quite well, but again using a few different words. In conclusion, the culture of beauty that is depicted in today's society is preying on the women of the world, and they are allowing it to do so. The worldly standards of beauty are corrupt and, simply put, false. Expert opinion, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Again, some more commentary, but this is commentary in the conclusion is a summative type of commentary, summative type of analysis. It matters not what society thinks, rather it matters how that person feels about him or herself. Embrace flaws and imperfections because everyone has them, even the supposed perfect celebrities depicted on the front of magazines. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, just like people. No person is exactly the same, but they are all beautiful in their own way. And again, in the final sentence is an expert opinion. Beauty is how you feel inside, and it reflects in your eyes. It is not necessarily something physical. Okay? So that is a pretty good look at an effective argumentative essay. This is the kind of, again, process that I would like you to try to put forward. Again, just reviewing a couple of things. You want to have a good grabber. You want to have some philosophy that leads to your thesis statement or your major claim here. Each body paragraph should have a strong topic sentence that supports the thesis statement. You should have either in your evidence or data, you should have facts or statistics like you do in the red down here. You should have expert opinion like you do in the light blue here, or some other primary research or personal or relevant anecdotes, and you have a relevant anecdote right here that supports this particular topic sentence here. And then your warrant, which is the interpretation or analysis of how the data supports the thesis and the subclaim. All of those things are in green, okay? And it's the stuff in green that makes you have an opportunity, that gives you an opportunity to intelligently be persuasive or to be argumentative. Um, the facts or statistics do a good job of being argumentative themselves, and then when you add your own personal analysis, then you make yourself a more powerful writer. And so that's something that I strongly urge you to do. Okay, signing off.